Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today. We're going to talk about the very first coin from the U.S. State Quarter Series, the Delaware 1999 quarter dollar. This coin may look like an ordinary piece of pocket change, but what if I told you that one special version of this coin could be worth a life-changing amount of money? Stay tuned, because this story is going to surprise you. The Delaware State Quarter was the very first coin released in the legendary 50 State Quarters program, which began in 1999 and ran until 2008. It marked the beginning of a new era in American coin collecting. Millions of people started saving these quarters as each state was honored with its own design. But the Delaware quarter stands out for more than just being the first. It's famous for its beauty, its symbolism, and especially its rarity in certain versions that can make collectors go absolutely wild. The obverse side features the classic portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, while the reverse side shows a beautifully detailed image of Caesar Rodney on horseback. This design honors Rodney's historic midnight ride in 1776, when he rushed through rain and storm to cast his vote for American independence. The design captures that moment of courage and determination that changed the course of history forever. It's not just a coin. It's a story of bravery struck in metal. But what really makes this coin so special isn't just its story. It's the hidden rarities that lie within some of the minted pieces. While millions were produced for circulation, only a small number have specific errors that make them extremely valuable to collectors. One of the most famous among them is known as the spitting horse error. This happens when a small die crack appears on the coin between the horse's mouth and Caesar Rodney's face, making it look as though the horse is spitting. It might sound funny, but this tiny error has turned ordinary quarters into highly sought-after treasures. There are also other rare variations of this coin, including double die strikes, off-center minting, and coins that were accidentally struck on the wrong metal planchet. Each of these errors adds a unique twist to the coin story, and collectors will pay thousands of dollars for well-preserved examples. The thrill of finding one of these rare quarters in loose change keeps the excitement alive for treasure hunters everywhere. Imagine the feeling of realizing that a coin you've had in your collection for years could actually be worth tens of thousands of dollars. That's what makes this hobby so fascinating. Now let's talk about condition, which is one of the most important factors in determining a coin's value. Coins that have been in circulation usually show signs of wear, scratches, and fading details. But a Delaware 1999 quarter that has been carefully preserved in mint state condition, meaning it's never been used and still has that sharp, shiny finish, can be worth a huge amount. Collectors always look for coins graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services, because those top-quality coins are incredibly rare. The better the condition, the higher the value climbs. Another factor that adds to this coin's worth is its place in history. Being the first issue of the 50 State Quarter Series gives it a kind of firstborn prestige that collectors adore. It's the coin that started it all, the one that launched a collecting craze across America. Many people still remember the excitement of searching through their pocket change to find new state quarters. The Delaware quarter holds sentimental value that makes it stand out even more. And if you happen to find one of these coins with a rare minting error, especially the famous spitting horse variety, then you're holding a piece of numismatic gold. These coins are not only valuable for their rarity, but also for their story, their symbolism, and their connection to a historic moment in American coinage. Some collectors and dealers have paid staggering sums to own a flawless or error version of this coin. Now comes the moment every coin lover waits for, the value reveal. If you have a 1999 Delaware State quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, or one of the rare error types that collectors are searching for, its value can reach an astonishing $81,000. Yes, you heard that right. $81,000 for a single quarter that most people wouldn't look at twice. So the next time you're going through your old coins or pocket change, keep your eyes open. You never know, your ordinary Delaware quarter might turn out to be an extraordinary treasure. Top 2, we're diving into one of the most breathtaking designs in the U.S. quarter collection, the United States of America State Quarter Dollar Arches from 2014. This beautiful coin is not just a tribute to nature's wonders, but it's also a treasure that could be worth far more than 25 cents. Stay tuned till the end, because you'll be amazed when you hear how much this coin can be worth today. The Arches National Park Quarter was released in 2014 as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. It represents the stunning red rock formations found in Utah's Arches National Park, one of the most iconic landscapes in the United States. The coin's design captures the elegance of the famous delicate arch, a natural sandstone wonder that has stood tall for thousands of years. Behind it, you can see the La Salle Mountains, creating a view that perfectly symbolizes America's natural beauty and timeless strength. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar image of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. But it's the reverse side that truly steals the show, the delicate arch standing proudly under the sky. It's not just a design, it's a story carved in metal, celebrating both the natural majesty of Utah and the artistry of American coinage. Every curve of the arch and every shadow in the mountains is carefully crafted to bring this landscape to life in your hand. Now, while millions of Arches quarters were minted for circulation, a select few have unique traits and errors that make them extremely valuable to collectors. These rare coins are not just beautiful, they're worth serious money. The most famous are the double die errors, where parts of the design appear doubled due to a misalignment in the minting process. These doubled details can be seen on the inscriptions, edges of the arch, or even in the lettering around the coin. They might be subtle, but collectors can spot them instantly, and they can raise the coin's value from a few cents to thousands of dollars. Another rare type is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank isn't properly aligned during minting, causing parts of the design to appear shifted or incomplete. The more dramatic the misalignment, the rarer and more desirable the coin becomes. Then there are coins struck on the wrong metal planchets. For example, if a quarter design was mistakenly struck on a nickel or dime blank. These kinds of minting errors are incredibly rare, and when found, they often fetch jaw-dropping prices at auctions. Collectors also love coins that have sharp details, clean edges, and full luster. These are the uncirculated or mint state coins that have never been used. Even without visible errors, a 2014 Arches quarter in perfect mint condition can be valuable because it's a flawless piece of modern coinage. Combine that with an error, and you have a true collector's dream. The 2014 Arches quarter also holds sentimental value. It reminds Americans of the country's breathtaking landscapes and the importance of preserving natural heritage. Each coin in the America the Beautiful series tells a story of a different national park or historic site, and the Arches quarter is among the most visually striking of them all. Its beauty alone draws collectors in, but its rarity and unique minting errors make it a star in the series. Now, what really excites collectors is the combination of rarity, demand, and perfect condition. A regular quarter might pass through thousands of hands and lose its shine, but the few that remain untouched, with no scratches, no dullness, and perfectly crisp details, become treasures. Professional coin graders use a scale from 1 to 70, and coins graded above MS67 are considered near perfect. A 2014 Arches quarter in such high grade, especially with an error or proof finish, can command extraordinary value in the collector's market. And here's a fun fact. The U.S. Mint produced the Arches quarter at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint mark, P, D, or S, can affect the coin's rarity and desirability. The San Francisco proof coins are often shinier and struck with special dies, making them popular among collectors. But sometimes, even a regular circulation coin from the Philadelphia Mint can surprise everyone if it carries a rare minting flaw. So, if you ever come across a 2014 Arches quarter, take a good look at it. Examine the edges, the lettering, and the arch itself under bright light. You might just spot a rare error that turns an ordinary coin into a small fortune. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for these hidden treasures, and the thrill of discovery keeps this hobby exciting for people around the world. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the value reveal. If you have a 2014 Arches National Park quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, Or better yet, one with a rare minting error, it could be worth an astonishing $79,000. Yes, $79,000 for a single quarter that celebrates one of America's most beautiful landmarks. So don't underestimate the change in your pocket, because that little coin could hold a big secret. Check your collection carefully, because your next rare find might just be waiting to be discovered. Top 3, we're talking about one of the most iconic coins in the U.S. State Quarter Series, the United States of America State Quarter Dollar from Utah, released in 2007. At first glance, it might look like an ordinary 25-cent coin, but what if I told you that this little piece of metal could be worth a small fortune? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll see why collectors are going crazy for this coin and just how valuable it can really be. The Utah Quarter was the 45th coin issued in the State Quarters program, representing the Beehive State. Released in 2007, it celebrates one of the most revolutionary events in American history, the joining of the Transcontinental Railroad. The coin's design beautifully captures two locomotives meeting at Promontory Summit in 1869, where the famous Golden Spike was driven, connecting the East and West coasts for the first time. It was a moment that changed America forever, linking the nation through progress, determination, and unity. The obverse of the coin features the familiar image of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, but the reverse side steals the show with its striking design. The two trains facing each other, the steam rising high, and the shining spike in the center. All of it represents the power of connection and the human spirit of innovation. Beneath the design are the words Crossroads of the West, a perfect description for Utah's place in America's history. But beyond its historical meaning and beautiful design, what truly makes this coin fascinating for collectors are the rare variations and minting errors that make certain Utah quarters worth far more than face value. While millions of these coins were produced for everyday circulation, only a tiny fraction contain errors that slipped through the U.S. Mint's strict quality control. And those are the ones collectors dream of finding. One of the most talked about varieties of the 2007 Utah Quarter is the double die error. This occurs when the coin's design is struck more than once in slightly different positions, creating a subtle but visible doubling on letters, numbers, or even parts of the train design. These doubled details can often be seen under magnification, especially around the word Utah or the year 2007. To a casual observer, it might look like a minor blur, but to a collector, it's a sign of something extraordinary and valuable. Another rare type is the off-center strike, which happens when the coin blank isn't properly aligned during minting. This causes part of the design to appear shifted or missing, giving the coin a unique and eye-catching look. The more dramatic the off-center error, the rarer and more expensive the coin becomes. Some Utah quarters have also been found with missing clad layers, where the outer metal coating didn't bond correctly, leaving a dull copper surface exposed. These error coins are not just unusual, they're one-of-a-kind pieces of minting history. Collectors also keep an eye out for coins struck on the wrong metal planchet, an extremely rare occurrence where the coin is mistakenly struck on a blank intended for another denomination, such as a nickel or dime. These minting errors are highly sought after because they're incredibly rare and easily verified by experts. If you ever come across a Utah quarter that looks different in weight, color, or size, it could be one of these rare misstrikes. Of course, condition plays a major role in determining a coin's value. Coins that have been in circulation often show scratches, nicks, and fading details. But a Utah 2007 quarter in mint state condition, meaning it has never been used and still shines as if it were freshly struck, can command an impressive price among collectors. Those graded MS67 or higher are especially valuable, and when combined with a minting error, their price skyrockets. The U.S. Mint produced the Utah Quarter at 3 facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint mark, P, D, or S, can influence a coin's rarity and desirability. The San Francisco Mint produced special proof coins with a mirror-like finish, often collected directly by enthusiasts. But even a regular Denver or Philadelphia quarter can become a collector's treasure if it carries an error or remains in pristine, uncirculated condition. Beyond rarity and mint marks, there's something deeply symbolic about this coin that attracts collectors. It represents progress, unity, and the connection between distant parts of a nation. The Utah quarter doesn't just celebrate the state, it captures a pivotal moment in American history. Holding one feels like holding a piece of that story, a reminder of how the smallest things can carry the greatest meaning. And that's what makes coin collecting so exciting. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth more than anyone could imagine. So if you have a 2007 Utah State quarter lying around, don't overlook it. Take a closer look under good lighting, check the mint mark, and look carefully for any unusual features. Because you might be holding something far more valuable than it appears. Now comes the moment every collector waits for, the value reveal. If you happen to have a 2007 Utah State quarter in perfect, uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting error or double die variety, it could be worth an incredible $77,000. Yes, you heard that right. $77,000 for a single quarter. So, the next time you're sorting through your spare change or flipping through an old coin album, keep an eye out for that special Utah quarter. It might just be the hidden gem that changes your collection forever. Top 4, we're talking about one of the most eye-catching coins from the U.S. State Quarters program, the United States of America State Quarter Dollar from Oklahoma, released in 2008. It's not just a beautiful piece of art. It's a coin that tells a powerful story about nature, freedom, and history. And for some lucky collectors, this little coin has turned out to be worth a fortune. So listen carefully till the end, because you'll be amazed when you find out how much this coin can really be worth. The Oklahoma quarter was the 46th release in the 50 State Quarter series and the last one issued for that state. It was released in January 2008 and celebrates the rich natural beauty and cultural heritage of Oklahoma. The reverse design is one of the most detailed and elegant in the entire series. It features the state bird, the scissor-tailed flycatcher, soaring gracefully over the state wildflower, the Indian blanket. The flowers form a stunning background that gives this coin a sense of life and motion, while the bird represents the free spirit and resilience of the people of Oklahoma. The obverse of the coin bears the familiar portrait of George Washington, originally sculpted by John Flanagan. But the reverse, created by artist Phoebe Hemphill, captures the true essence of Oklahoma's landscape and wildlife. The intricate details, the bird's feathers, the delicate petals of the flowers, and the flowing arrangement make this one of the most admired designs among collectors. It's not just a coin. It's a miniature piece of art that celebrates the harmony between man and nature, but beauty alone doesn't make a coin valuable. Rarity does. And the 2008 Oklahoma quarter has some fascinating variations and errors that have made it incredibly desirable in the world of numismatics. While millions were minted for everyday use, a small number were struck with rare minting mistakes that transformed them into valuable treasures. One of the most talked about errors found on the Oklahoma quarter is the double die variety. This error happens when the coin is struck more than once, slightly out of alignment. The doubling effect can be seen on the inscriptions like Oklahoma, the year 2008, or even on the details of the bird and flowers. Under magnification, these tiny differences stand out clearly, and they can make a collector's heart race, because even the slightest doubling can raise a coin's value dramatically. Another rare and collectible version is the off-center strike. When a coin blank is not properly aligned in the press, part of the design appears shifted or missing. These off-center coins are easy to spot because the rim may be incomplete on one side. The more extreme the misalignment, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Collectors absolutely love these mistakes because each one is unique. No two error coins are ever the same. There are also known examples of coins that were struck on the wrong metal planchet. For example, an Oklahoma quarter struck on a blank intended for a dime or foreign coin. These mistakes are extremely rare, but can be verified by checking the coin's weight and size. If it feels lighter or smaller than a regular quarter, you might be holding something extraordinary. Condition, of course, is another key factor in determining a coin's value. A coin that's been in circulation will have scratches, marks, and dullness. But a coin that's in mint state, never used, perfectly shiny, and preserved in pristine condition, can be worth thousands of times its face value. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC assign grades from 1 to 70, and coins graded above MS67 are considered nearly perfect. Combine such a flawless condition with a rare error, and you have a coin that collectors will fight over. The Oklahoma quarter was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each has its own mint mark, P, D, or S, and that small letter can make a big difference. The San Francisco Mint produced proof coins with a mirror-like finish, often collected in sets, while Philadelphia and Denver produced the circulation coins. However, a few rare coins from these mints have been discovered with striking errors, making them the true stars among collectors. Beyond its rarity and design, this coin also holds deep symbolic meaning. The scissor-tailed flycatcher isn't just a state bird. It's a symbol of beauty, grace, and resilience. The Indian blanket flowers represent the colorful diversity of Oklahoma's land. Together, they tell a story of harmony, freedom, and pride that resonates with collectors and nature lovers alike. Every curve, feather, and petal on this coin reflects a piece of Oklahoma's identity, and that emotional connection only adds to its collectible appeal. Imagine holding this coin in your hand and realizing that it's not just spare change, but a little piece of American history, and possibly a hidden treasure. Many collectors have discovered rare versions of the Oklahoma quarter in ordinary pocket change, proving that real treasures can still be found in unexpected places. So, if you have a 2008 Oklahoma State quarter in your collection, take a moment to look at it carefully. Examine every detail: the bird, the flowers, the letters, and the mint mark. If it looks slightly different or unusually perfect, you might have something incredibly rare. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the value reveal. If you're lucky enough to own a 2008 Oklahoma State quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, or one with a rare minting error, its value could reach an astounding $75,000. Yes, $75,000 for a single quarter that most people might overlook. So don't underestimate your pocket change. That one coin could be a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. Top 5. We're exploring one of the most fascinating coins in the U.S. State Quarter series, the United States of America State Quarter Dollar from Michigan, released in 2004. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary 25-cent coin, but this piece of American history holds secrets that could make it worth far more than you ever imagined. So sit back, listen carefully, and stay till the end, because the story of this coin will surprise you, and the value might just leave you speechless. The Michigan quarter was the 37th release in the legendary 50 State Quarters program. It celebrates the Great Lakes state, famous for its vast freshwater beauty and rich history. Released in January 2004, the coin features a simple yet elegant design that captures the essence of Michigan's geography and identity. The reverse side proudly displays an outline of the state of Michigan, surrounded by the Great Lakes: Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, and Ontario. Beneath it, you'll find the words Great Lakes State, a tribute to Michigan's unique position as the only state that touches 4 of the 5 Great Lakes. The obverse side, as with all state quarters, carries the classic image of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. But the true magic of this coin lies in its reverse, a clean, powerful design that highlights Michigan's natural beauty and importance to the United States. The combination of simplicity, symbolism, and sharp engraving makes this coin a favorite among collectors. Now, let's get to what makes some of these coins incredibly valuable. While millions of Michigan quarters were minted for general circulation, only a small number contain rare minting errors or special conditions that make them worth a fortune today. These are the coins that every collector dreams of finding. One of the most sought-after varieties is the double die error. This happens when the coin design is struck more than once, slightly out of alignment. The doubling effect can usually be seen on the lettering, especially around the words Michigan or Great Lakes State, or even along the edges of the Great Lakes outline. Under magnification, this doubling becomes clear, and that small difference can turn a regular coin into a valuable collector's piece. Another fascinating error is the off-center strike. This occurs when the blank planchet isn't perfectly centered in the press, causing the design to be shifted or incomplete. The more dramatic the off-center error, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. These coins often catch attention immediately because they look different from normal quarters. Their borders may appear uneven, and parts of the design might be missing entirely. There are also examples of the Michigan quarter being struck on the wrong planchet. For instance, A few have been found on metal blanks intended for nickels or dimes. These wrong metal errors are extremely rare, and because they are so unusual, collectors are willing to pay large sums for them. If your Michigan quarter feels lighter, thinner, or has a slightly different color or sound when tapped, it might be one of these rare misstruck treasures. Even without visible errors, coins in pristine, uncirculated condition can command high prices. Condition is everything in the world of numismatics. A coin that has been handled and circulated loses its original shine and fine details. But one that has been carefully preserved in mint condition, with no scratches, dents, or dullness, can be worth thousands. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC use a scale from 1 to 70, and coins graded above MS67 are considered nearly flawless. These high-grade examples are what collectors seek most, and when combined with a rare error, their value skyrockets. The Michigan State Quarter was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each carries a mint mark P, D, or S. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced coins for circulation, while the San Francisco mint created proof coins for collectors. The proof coins are made with special dies and polished blanks, giving them a mirror-like finish and crisp details. However, even among circulation coins, some rare varieties from these mints have become famous for their unique minting mistakes. What makes the Michigan quarter so special isn't just its rarity or errors, but the story it tells. The design celebrates the natural beauty of the Great Lakes, the largest group of freshwater lakes on Earth, which together hold about 1/5 of the world's surface freshwater. For residents of Michigan and collectors around the world, this coin is a proud symbol of nature's power and the state's identity. It's a small piece of metal that carries the spirit of the Great Lakes and the history of a region that helped shape America's growth and industry. Imagine finding a Michigan quarter in your coin jar or an old collection and realizing it's not just a piece of change, but a piece of treasure. Many collectors have discovered that their seemingly ordinary quarters are actually rare error coins worth thousands of dollars. That's the beauty of coin collecting, the thrill of the hunt and the joy of discovery. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story comes with an incredible reward. So, if you have a 2004 Michigan State quarter, take a close look. Check the lettering for doubling, examine the borders for off-center strikes, and pay attention to the surface and shine. It might look like just another coin, but you could be holding something truly rare and valuable. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the value reveal. If you happen to own a 2004 Michigan State quarter in perfect, uncirculated condition or with a rare minting error, it could be worth an astonishing $73,000. Yes, you heard that right. $73,000 for a single quarter from the Great Lakes State. So, before you spend that Michigan quarter, take one last good look at it. You never know, it might be your ticket to an unexpected treasure. Thank you for watching, my fellow coin lovers. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another discovery. Keep collecting, keep exploring, and remember, every coin has a story, and yours might just be worth a fortune. Until next time, happy collecting.